swag of a prize fighter. The antithesis of a firefighter. Arsonist, I'm a fire rider. Instant flame like a firelighter. So special with shows, I live out my flows. Can't walk in my shoes, can't purchase my clothes. Ice in my veins, but I never froze. Picture perfect, but I never pose. As a juvenile, I knew I bounced back. Got rated, had a plan to get my ounce back. Use cheese as bait, that's a mousetrap. Let me to the right person to pounce at. They selling dreams, I'm pulling receipts. Full force, we can't be beat. Got a dirty mouth, but the flow so neat. Keep your 2 cents, talk is cheap.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros are comments made by Dillian Whyte. We'll listen to what he had to say, and then we'll discuss it in greater detail. All right. This video appears courtesy of IFL TV. Subscribe to IFL TV. Let's listen to what Dillian Whyte had to say.
Cunts don't want to fight, bro. These cunts are
Who doesn't want to fight?
Every single one of them. Wilder, Joshua.
Joshua said the other day he didn't want to fight you, actually.
Yeah, Joshua's a cunt because Joshua's a cunt. Joshua's a cunt.
Damn.
He wants to fight my leftovers and then talk shit. He's lost this much weight. He looks better. No, he's not. The hardest person to beat someone is undefeated heavyweight. He's been beaten already. His mind is broke. He's in court with Dimitri Saluta, lawsuits and shit going for the fight. He's fighting a real victim tonight.
But I thought the whole plan was for you to fight. Hold on.
They're cunts. They're just cunts. They're cunts.
Okay. I thought the whole plan was Joshua has his fight.
Yeah, but they're cunts.
You have your fight, then you two meet in the summer.
Well, listen, I want to fight. I'm not going to wait for Joshua. Joshua's unpredictable. Imagine Franklin knocks him out tonight.
Do you think there's a possibility of that happening, really?
Mate, it's a shit fight, but who knows?
You can't call it a shit fight because you fought him in your last fight, bro.
Well, look at this. Watch this. I came up for a loss. I fought an undefeated fighter. I come up for a loss. He's fighting someone who was just beaten.
Right, can I say something to you without you getting the ump? Dillian?
You suck balls anyway.
Let me just say, in public perception, some people think that was a close fight.
It can't be a close fight. 1 by 4 rounds.
I think you won the fight. 100%.
1 by 4 rounds.
But I'm saying to you, some people's perception, they think that Franklin won. There are people out there that think Franklin won.
I don't give a fuck about you and Franklin and the people.
I
don't give a fuck. Fuck bringing cunts' opinions to me. I don't care. They're all cunts. Don't care. Fuck it.
His performance over.
This is a real one, yo. You gotta laugh at this, man.
At the TBE, man, what's your reaction to Dillian Whyte? What you said about AJ and Wilder?
Dillian, if his mind is broken, where's your mind, yo? Because you done got knocked out so many times, man. It's just looking at, Dillian, I don't get it, man. You talking about, you spewing all this hate, but all this hate, what you say about them applies to you too, man. You don't lost. You don't lost embarrassingly. The last fight, the last fight you barely won it. The fight before that you got knocked out. The fight before that you surprised us. You wildest. The fight before that you got knocked out. You've been knocked down a couple of times. Before before that you were knocked out. It's just like, how can you sit here and like criticize these people so crucially and you not doing your job? You getting knocked out. You're a broken man, Dillian. Because clearly, if you was good, you wouldn't be hating so much. You wouldn't be hating so much. And the way you're hating is crazy. Like, it's like you got no right to speak on Dillian. You got no right to speak on AJ, Franklin, or Wilder. Because your performance lately, we supported you in the past, but it's too much hate now, man. It's crazy. It's just crazy how much this man is talking. I don't agree with anything Dillian says. And Dillian, until you get a belt, because you had the WC, you've been fighting for the WC for so long, and you lost that chance. Now, away with Dillian. No more poor Dillians. Away with Dillian. Like, be gone, man.
All right, G.
Hey, man, I'm be honest. I kind of low-key agree with Dillian on this one. You know what I'm saying? And here's why. You gotta understand, he had a good point. AJ is fighting a guy that I just beat. Technically, this fight should have been Dillian Whyte versus AJ, the rematch. That's what Eddie promised Dillian, and instead they went with Franklin. So obviously Dillian's upset. So you already know Dillian's coming in there with that mindset of like, yo, why are they fighting each other? I just beat this guy. Now you want to fight my leftovers. That's not cool. And I can see his point of view. Like, yeah, that ain't cool. You know, it's like, like the game plan was get past Franklin, then you get the fight AJ, and he does it. Next thing you know, they're like, oh yeah, on second thought though, we kind of like how Franklin's performance was. So, Dillian, you just stay in the corner somewhere. So he's gonna talk trash, and rightfully so. Now, him saying that all these other guys like Wilder's ducking him. Me personally, I think Wilder should fight Dillian. Wilder should go to the UK and knock this dude out. Like I think Wilder should do that. Now, I don't know if Wilder and Andy Ruiz is gonna happen, but it's looking like these guys aren't really, I haven't heard any announcements. So if I was Wilder, man, get Wilder's team to contact Dillian's team and see if they could set up something this year for a fight in the UK. I think it'd be good look for Wilder, and especially in that soil over there. Then hopefully Wilder could like petition a fight with AJ. He could do a number of things, but I don't believe Wilder, any of these top guys are scared of Dillian. It's like they don't really gain anything from fighting Dillian, but because Wilder right now has really nothing to lose, why not take the Dillian fight? This is like a stay busy fight. Knock the dude out. You can finally silence this guy. This guy didn't talk trash about Wilder's children, Wilder's wife. Like this guy gotta go. So I don't know. I say Wilder take that fight. And if I was AJ, hey, if I can't get Fury next, hey, I'm like, you know what? I don't mind beating up on Dillian Whyte. You know what I mean? Like that's a good payday in the UK. People, for some odd reason, they'll pay to see this fight. You know what I mean? Like, if he just packed out the O2 fighting Franklin, I'm pretty sure he could do the same thing with Dillian. So Dillian, I think keep hating. It's gonna work. So keep hating, bro. I'm telling you, the more you hate, the more they hate you, and hopefully you'll motivate them to get in the ring with you, bro. So you're doing the right thing. You're moving in the right direction with your career.
What's so funny? Dillian, man, isn't even like, how they say common sense isn't common? That's Dillian Whyte's picture should be beside it. You say you beat Jermaine Franklin. You believe you beat him convincingly. In your mind, you say you beat him by 4 rounds. Yeah. The guy says to you, now this is a guy interviewing you. Franklin isn't even around. And he goes, well, I scored it for you. But there are people out there who thinks that he beat you. And then you don't want to hear that. Everyone who doesn't think you won are the C word, right? Now you're saying AJ should be fighting you because you won. And you don't know how Franklin got the fight. You know how Franklin got the fight? Because most people know he beat you. That's how he got the fight. See, he fought you in your backyard, in front of your judges, in front of your crowd. You got the decision, and your own fans booed. If there was ever a way you lost the fight, that is how. This man came from America, went to London, beat you, and got the British crowd on his side. So, yeah, although you got the dub, you keep saying AJ's fighting a broken fighter. Everyone knows the hardest thing to beat is an undefeated fighter. Yeah. And Jermaine Franklin doesn't believe he lost. How do I know? I watched him after your fight. Say to the camera, say to the people, he genuinely believed. Yo, I tweeted Jermaine Franklin after that. I told him, you won that fight, dog. Like, keep your head up and keep training. Because I think bigger things are coming because you won that fight. And boy, was I right. And wasn't everybody else right? So, one, he got the fight over you because anyone with a pulse knows that he beat you. You know what I'm saying? He beat you. And then after he beat you, Eddie Hearn went and said to AJ, the world knows that Franklin beat Dillian. So why don't we just move forward with Franklin? And everyone shook hands that way. I don't want to say the only people, but 3 of the 4 people who think you won the fight, including yourself, were the judges that night. So lucky you had the percentages in your favor. But let's be real, Dillian. You didn't win. And if you think you won, That's cool. But you didn't get the big fish. Now, I'll say this. You know what, G? I was wrong about one thing. There is a fight that can help boost Anthony Joshua's confidence. It's Dillian. If you put him in the ring with Dillian and he sparks out Dillian, I think that'll bring back the nostalgia. Like, yeah, I knocked him out before, knocked him out again. Right? I'm still the bad dude. Because, see, Dillian thinks he's going to come in with his super slow clubbing punches and AJ's going to just knock. Yo, it's just so sad. It's like what Fury did to him. But, hey, that's cool. Put him in there with Dillian. Let him knock out Dillian. And I think that'll help him. Because I think Dillian's going to bring back that old fire with AJ. Like, you ever notice, like, I can lose, but I can't lose to this? Like, that's what it's going to be for AJ. Like, AJ's going to be like, yo, I can't lose to this. So I think that might be a step in the right direction for boosting his confidence. But as far as Dillian, you talking, bro, I'm telling you, Deontay Wilder would knock Dillian Whyte out. Deontay Wilder would knock him out cold. AJ, self-assurance. This is what I'm talking about. We've seen Dillian Whyte knocked out cold, looking at the sky. We thought he was dead when Povetkin got him. Fury had that man thinking he got pushed. He got up saying, I didn't get punched, I got pushed. And then they showed him the replay and he was in denial. Why is he more self-assured than you? See what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about when it comes to AJ. AJ, that dude is delusional, but he's self-assured. Delusional, but he's self-assured. He will get clipped by it. Listen, Jermaine Franklin already beat him, but Wilder would clip him. Fury would clip him. You were the first one to clip him. Remember that. You were the first one to clip him. So you done already clipped this dude. But he's calling you the C word, questioning your mental. You see how crazy this is, dog? Like, this is crazy to me. I clipped you already. Listen, we were neck and neck. It was about who was going to take over Britain in the biggest fight. That was pay-per-view over there. Everyone's talking about who's going to take the torch. And I clipped you. Go on to become unified champion, 2-time heavyweight champion, all this stuff. And then years later, when you're sitting ringside at my fight where I dominated a guy, people question who did you even beat him? You question my mental. Do you know how I would be in that situation? AJ, this is what I'm talking about. They think you so soft that a dude who isn't even in your league, isn't even in your stratosphere, says this about you. It's crazy to me. It's crazy.
I think that's why it should be his next fight. It should be AJ's next fight, Dillian Whyte. An easy fight, gonna make a couple of million. You know what I mean? And that name is still big enough where the zone could benefit from it. So I think it's a win-win.
It's not a bad. To me, I don't want to see. I'll be honest with you. I just don't think we want to see Anthony Joshua knock out Dillian Whyte again. Mm-hmm. I think we much rather see if he can beat Fury. We want to see him and Wilder. We want to see how that fight will go. I'd rather see that. To me, Dillian Whyte is like, yo, I want to see Dillian Whyte like get in there with Joe Joyce. I know what's going to happen.
He's going to die. You know
I know what's going to happen. But my point is, that's a good fight for Joe.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You feel me? That's a good, yo. And he said he want to get back in the mix, right? Fight Joe. You feel me? That's a good fight.
Maybe
That's I think he's more that level. He's more now the guy people fight when they want to solidify themselves. Like him versus Jared Big Baby Anderson, that'll be a good fight.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, they should do that. Yeah.
But because he doesn't bring anything to the elite guys. Like if I'm Anthony Joshua and I'm like, yo, my next fight could be Deontay Wilder or Dillian Whyte. We all know that risk comes with any fight. Any fight's risky. So why not risk it against Deontay? Making the big bucks. You feel me? Like that's how I look at it. I'm like, yo, if I'm going to get hit and I'm going to take punches and I'm potentially going to get knocked out, I'd rather get knocked out fighting Deontay Wilder than fighting Dillian. Because I'm going to make more money. I'm going to get more credit if I win that fight.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? Wilder, at least with AJ, like AJ's like nemesis is Wilder, right? Dillian's not even considered like a nemesis because it's like, yo, fam, I already violated you. You're just like a mosquito on my back. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is. It's like, yo,
you know what it is? AJ and Wilder, they're a rivalry.
Exactly. Yeah.
Their fans have been at it for a while. Dillian is no rivalry. A rivalry, you gotta win.
That's crazy.
Dillian's Mitch Blood Green.
Mitch Green.
Dillian, that's exactly what Dillian is.
I know. Dillian's Mitch Green. You ain't beat me, AJ. Anybody with a TV know I slipped. Yo, I don't know. But this is the thing that makes me crazy with AJ. I'm like, yo, why are all these dudes who you have a way better career than, more self-assured than you? Mm-hmm. For real. Like, I don't get it. Like, AJ has the ability. He has the skill. He has the resume. His chin, yeah, you've been clipped, you've been hurt. Yo, every fighter's been dropped, bro. Every fighter's been hurt. Yo, if you do it long enough and you fight good enough fighters, it's going to happen. You ever notice, right? Like, dudes don't start losing until they collect belts or they have to start fighting mandatories. That's when you start losing because that's when you start fighting the best all the time. People who can take advantage of your mistake. Yo, like, there's nothing wrong with that. That's why, like, when people try to clown Wilder for losing because they thought he lost to the best, bro. Like, look at Dillian when he was talking trash to Wilder. Oh, he got bodied by Fury. I'm going to beat Fury. You went in there and got smoked. He lost to Fury. You went in there and got smoked, Dillian. Smoke. I promise you this. For anyone saying, I guarantee you if Fury beats AJ, it won't be the way he beat Dillian Whyte. AJ's going to give a better fight than Dillian did. Dillian, you got absolutely smoked. Like, you got rolled up, passed around. Like, stop playing. Like, Derek Chisora did better than you. The third fight. Dillian, you crazy. You got Derek Ward Chisora problems. Y'all should do that fight again. I'm going Chisora this time. Oh, like, for real. That's the fight y'all should do again. This man's out of his mind. Anyways, all I would say is this. AJ, dog, you need to start looking in the mirror and remembering who you are. You ain't even like having a discussion with Dillian. Like, for real, Dillian done sued everyone and did this again. Come on, man. That Jack 3D really ruined Dillian. All right, listen. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, you can check our podcast out. Did you go, TBE?
Yeah, I did.
All right. You can check our podcast out on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.